Hello and welcome everybody. Can you hear me? We are having some technical issues, so I'd like to just make sure that we are running correctly. Can everybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Mistress Macabre 13.
Just making sure that everything's working, having some technical issues. So, can we just have a resounding hello from everyone passing left and right? Just make sure to left.
Hello!
We don't have to transfer cameras, don't worry.
No, that's fine.
Down in the booth. Just make sure everyone's audible.
Hello.
Hello.
Mics need to come up a bit apparently from Harry not in the booth.
From Harry at work.
Yeah. No, he's not at work.
He said he was.
He's not at work.
Said he was.
He's on late this week.
He's not at work.
No, he's not at work. Yeah, he's not at work. Because you wouldn't want to do this one, wasn't it? That is literally Mike's on place. There's a buzzing noise.
Buzzing on mics. Look, Harry, I thought I would lie for you just in case, but there we go. Static and reverb. Okay. I trust our man down in the booth to fix that as soon as possible. Otherwise, hello. Thank you everyone. Massive thanks. Uh-oh.
I'm saying nothing.
Oh. Check mic connection, apparently.
Adrian's in the booth as well now. There'll soon be more in the booth than there is on the table.
Sounds good now. No, apparently according to chat, whatever you just did fixed it.
Are you sure? Are you pretty sure, everyone?
Thank you very much, everybody, for helping us live test the audio. So, thank you very much for getting us to affiliate.
Yeah.
Not everyone. So, thank you very much. You are obviously now able to subscribe, and we are very grateful if you do. But, hello, I'm Isaac. Welcome to the Geek Initiative. I'll be the DM for this evening, and passing to my left.
Hi, my name's Tracy, and I'm playing Dusk.
Unfortunately, we are down Mark and Digby this evening. We have a commemorative skull.
They're not dead.
They're not dead. They're just not with us this evening. I believe Mark is around in chat.
Yes, he is.
But couldn't be here today.
Took a knock to the noggin.
Indeed. A brief concussion, but he'll be fine.
Viking-type
Should
concussion.
have walked it off.
So... and then, to my right, we have...
I'm Adrian, and I'm playing Magnus again.
And I'm Martin, and I'm playing Rhi-Koo.
So, last time we you were all liberating food supplies from the royal store, where as the episode title says, some people were touched by the thing from beyond. So,
Touched.
indeed. So,
Do we need a teddy bear?
look, if you want one, you can get one. But the point being that after having then transported yourselves back to the portal of Sam's making, you are in the Thieves Guild hideout. In the Thieves Guild hideout are most of Sam's mercenary company, the Syndicate, and the Thieves Guild proper. So, what would you do upon getting back there? Portal closes behind you.
Is everybody through? Is Sam through?
Everybody's through.
Okay.
Collapse on the floor out of exhaustion and nervous tension, I would think.
I'm fine. Oh, what the bloody hell was that thing? That weren't no normal person.
No,
No.
that was something otherworldly, I'd wager.
It was like it was made of rock.
It's not very pleasant at all.
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah, and then his head starting to move and
Yeah.
reattach to its body.
That was
Yeah, that's
creepy
just-
as hell. That was not right at all.
No.
No.
There's something of the darkness about that.
Yes. Well,
Something tells me what we should have done is grabbed his head, run down to the other door and thrown it out into oblivion.
Not sure it would have made
But I
any
don't think that would
difference.
make much difference. I bet it would just squid back or something.
hindsight's 2020
Yeah.
with that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that. Okay, so
I think I need a beer.
Okay.
Maybe something stronger. And just a little nap. For maybe half a day.
a short rest is called.
Just got a few
for then.
scratches to get over, you know.
A long rest.
A long rest is called for.
A very long rest.
But can we take it here, or do we need to go back to the tavern where we set out?
Well, you could rest here if you wanted to. You would be fully able to. There is the ability to rest.
Have all the
you
Thieves
could.
Guild members returned with us,
Everyone's here.
including Rook and his paramour?
They are members of the Thieves Guild. They're members of the
I know,
Syndicate. But
but-
they are indeed
Yeah.
present.
And has Sam reappeared since we came back through the portal, or is he still?
Sounds back.
Clearing up.
No, he came
Yeah.
through the portal.
Okay.
Everybody is present.
Excellent. So we didn't lose anyone. Marvellous. So perhaps we should just have a little chin wag in front of a fire.
What happened to the girl who was supposed to be in the rafters?
As the portal was closing, rappelled down and died.
Because nothing seemed to be happening from up there. Just wondering why.
She has followed through. She's with you now. So, what you
Yeah,
you can ask if you
You
like.
accusing her of something, or
No, don't want to accuse her,
no?
but would kind of like to find out what she was meant to be doing because, you know.
So you're saying it didn't look a lot like she was doing much.
Yeah, I'm just confused as to what she was meant to be doing, that's all. Just saying.
So maybe we ask.
Yeah, in a polite way. Maybe not me asking, because
Well, I think we're all in the same room.
when I
so-
speak, you think it just...
There's only one room.
Yeah, we're all in the same room, so I think. Are you speaking loudly?
What was her name?
What was her name?
Yeah,
Well, you do know it.
Sally.
Here we go again.
That's definitely not her name.
Hey, you said he can't remember names.
I know. I'm not. Everyone else might
So
know.
Sally.
I didn't write the names down, the newer ones.
Yeah, Sally.
Lyra?
Sally.
It wasn't Lyra.
It wasn't Lyra, no.
No.
It was. If I remember rightly. I think
Oh, he's forgotten.
I have indeed. I was hoping you guys would remember. I have it written down.
We were fishing.
I was indeed, sir. I was
Fishing.
indeed.
Failure.
Yeah. Anna.
That's it.
I knew I had it written down.
Anna.
Anna.
Did you? I'll just ask her. Anna, did you see anything unusual from up in the rafters? Because you had a rare sort of vantage point there.
She kind of looks at me. There was a lot of them up there. I was trying to keep them from coming down. I did my best. But,
A lot of what?
guards.
Oh,
She seems out of sorts. It seems like
Yeah.
she's sort of.
Did that thing get in your head?
Yeah, she seems distressed in some way. It seems like she's, and she kind of when you ask, she kind of Yes, it was very loud.
Look, if you need someone to talk to, Sam went through the same thing, so you could go and talk to him.
Was it trying to gain words?
Yes, felt like pulling. Like a pull on my mind. It's very strange. I would not like to experience it again.
I wonder why it's never tried to go into my head.
Well,
Zip.
You have to be near the edge for it to try.
That must be it, yeah.
Because when we were at the barn and I went off and tried to look at the edge of the...
when you were going to jump, but you thought better of it?
No. When I went to the edge and tried to investigate what the bubble was...
Oh, that's what you would do. I thought you were just, thinking you'd had enough.
No, I was trying to investigate, see if I can find a way back through.
Did you see anything beyond? Like
just what we saw down there, just clouds and red stuff. But someone did try and, well, I think they were successful, invade my mind.
Same thing that was happening to Sam.
I'm not sure.
Maybe to Annabelle there.
I can only guess and say maybe. But
Is your head all right?
Fine, thank you.
But
It doesn't want any part of my brain.
well, maybe it's a single being and can only go for one.
Possible. Yeah.
And so there was so many of us.
It's leaving alone the pretty people. That's what it is.
But
Flattered though I am, I think that's unlikely. I think it's more as Rhi-Koo has said.
yeah, so it's trying to gather words to, I think,
Learn how to converse, maybe.
it's something about power in words.
Okay.
Hang on. Do you think it's not going for me because I don't use a big vocabulary?
No, I think its target was Sam.
Yes, it wanted Sam.
Yes.
Has Sam got horns?
Not visibly.
That's what's protecting us.
Well, because we've got
Because
horns.
we've got horns.
Random theory, but okay, well, we can go with it.
Well, everybody that's been, mind hugged, they ain't got horns.
Well, what about the other people that hadn't been mind hugged? There was a lot of us down there.
That didn't have horns.
You're making too much of.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be clever here. Stop making me sound stupid.
So,
I don't think we'll work it out. It's too much early days
Yeah.
right now.
Anna kind of says it wanted. Yes, it wanted words. It wanted me to explain something. It wanted an explanation. It was asking me a question.
What question?
What's Mercury? It kept asking, what's Mercury?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And what is Mercury?
It asked me about Mercury beforehand as well. I think, I had asked it. Yeah, I had asked it to.
It needs
what's it
Mercury
using?
for something, yeah.
Yeah, what's it using my words for? And it did say open the way. And I think I asked it, how can we do that? And it's said Mercury is the.
So as you start saying that,
Anna almost like she clutches her head and like drops to her knees and screams. And she screams the rest of the phrase.
Okay.
So, Mercury, you said Mercury is, she screams, the devil's restraint!
Ah.
Something tells me you shouldn't say that word in front of her again.
Do we know that Sam is a devil?
So, he's not hidden it. He doesn't look like one, and he has said, I'm definitely... yes, you are aware, in some capacity.
I'll turn to Sam and say, obviously, is Mercury anything relevant with you?
He, like... Mercury is... important. It's theoretically quite dangerous to me.
Is it the element, or is it a name for something?
Yes.
Look, if this thing wants Mercury, I think you're going to need to give us a bit more information. Because otherwise we ain't going to be any use. I know you like to play your cards close to your chest, but sometimes you need other people to see your hand.
It is the name of my sword. But Mercury is not in my hand at this time. It's Rengoku.
Yeah, we were looking.
So,
Where is he?
so he is present, but he is quite badly harmed. He's barely conscious.
Has he got concussion?
Yes, he does. So so Mercury is his sword, and it is currently being wielded by Rengoku, rather than.
So your sword is your restraint. Is it holding you back? Is it?
It's.
Does it anchor you somewhere?
Yes, it is an anchor. Keeps me here.
In this bubble.
Yes, I suppose it keeps me on this plane. That's what I really mean. But I mean, they kept, when it was in my mind, it wanted to know what restraint was needed. Why did I need to be restrained? That they have misunderstood a phrase that they have heard elsewhere. It is not for my restraining, it is my templates, my control. Yes.
So without it, what happens?
I am a less reasonable individual. I believe that I am well-reasoned, I am well-mannered, I try my best to be honest and never deceive with intention. My worst self would not hold those qualities in high regard. So I try my best to embody qualities, those that I care about, have insinuated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not known for my mercy or my kindness, but I am capable of them. So I've learned how.
How long ago have you put this restraint on yourself?
3 years, 4. Not long.
And is that how long you've been?
Yes. How long
Yeah.
have you been? Uh-oh. Okay. Hello. Don't worry about it. So, we are experiencing some small technical difficulties. Please pay no attention to the fact that
We've
you're
got
looking at my face.
camera syncage.
Yeah. Please pay no attention to this. I'm trying to ignore them fixing problems whilst I look at whilst I'm looking at the camera. Hello, everyone. Wow, it's almost like having the dedicated desk technician, not the OB here, makes things a little harder. Miss you, Harry.
We miss you, Harry.
Yes. At which point Sam kind of... it's enough. I'm tired. I need to rest. He kind of wipes his hand across his nose.
Mm.
Can I have a perception check?
Oh, certainly.
New dice.
11.
12.
12 as well.
Okay. So on a 12, you notice that he seems to be wiping blood away from his nose. There's none on his nose afterwards, but he's taken a drop away onto his hand.
Seems like we all need a bit of a rest.
Yes.
Before we rest, do you know who that being is? Do you know who they are? Because when they talked to me, they were nameless and formless. But I think as they consume words from people,
They struggled to even communicate, didn't they? Being.
a little bit, yeah.
Has taken enough words now, I believe. The thing from beyond is all I know of its name. I don't know what its name is, but the thing from beyond is fitting.
So it's not within your
I don't.
ancient knowledge. So.
Ancient? Only a few hundred years more than you. I mean, in the grand scheme, nothing. I'm rather new to all things.
So we don't think it's something that's sort of arcane background.
Are you rolling for it?
I will.
Okay.
I'm not particularly blessed in that area. If someone else is better equipped, 12.
12. Yeah, so you're aware that you're aware that it's not strictly arcane in nature, but it might possess arcane power. It might have access to arcane magic, but it would be a different kind of magic to what you know.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do any kind of checks? The opportunities there.
I'd like to do an insight check to see whether or not he is being fully honest with us, or if he's trying to lead us down the garden path.
Seth?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a nat 20. 21.
Okay. Sam he's giving off the air of someone who is definitely telling you the truth to the extent that is required. He is omitting detail.
But he's kind of naturally secretive anyway, isn't he?
Yes, but he is omitting details that he does not deem necessary.
Fair enough. And do we get the impression that he is shaken by what's happened,
He's
or just
decidedly unimpressed. He is definitely of the opinion that you are. Well, he is in a lot more danger than he thought he was. He didn't think that he would be specifically targeted. So,
Can I have a look at the syndicate members and
Yeah.
see if they're surprised or if they're understanding?
some of them look a bit shaken. They've never seen Sam falter, so they are kind of shocked to see him have that kind of reaction to something. It's, you know, when you have a friend who's never seems to falter, never seems to stumble, always seems to just be fine, no matter what. That's kind of what Sam was to them. So him suddenly being almost crippled was a big shock.
Yeah.
So they're concerned, really. But I mean, Graham is kind of staying at a distance and basically keeping a watch. His head, like he's at the very edge of the room, leaning against the wall, and he just kind of keeps head on a pivot, kind of thing, looking around, making sure that no one's doing anything untoward. Rook is like trying to usher Sam to sit down.
I ask Rook, maybe if you want to go to Anne, because she's been affected. You tried to help Sam before. Maybe your powers can help Anne a bit better. She seems to be more shaken by this attack.
Yeah, Annabelle could really do with a hand there.
And it is Anna.
Yeah.
But, you're close. So he goes, boss comes first, boss comes first.
We'll sort him. Don't worry. Not that way. Don't look at me like that, you.
Rook kind of like looks between you all and goes, trust you, and then kind of totters off towards where Anna has sat down to rest.
I like him.
I do.
He's a good lad.
And once he
I
is
think he's a lad. Don't know.
indeterminate,
Don't suppose it matters.
basically goes to Anna and starts doing the same sort of yellow hand glow kind of thing, running hands up and down body, trying to
Just
again.
make sure she consents.
No physical contact is made.
Good.
And after a little while, the Anna seems to kind of almost relax. She had seemed to be very tense, but has now kind of relaxed. After a few moments, Rook kind of then goes, well, that's odd. That's odd. Odd.
Do we hear this then?
Yeah.
What's odd?
It's only a little. They're only like at the next campfire over kind of thing. And his hands are kind of glowing black rather than yellow. And he's that's
So there's a
Sam.
residue that he's removed.
he's like he stops. He goes, someone's in there.
Sam.
At which point, Sam kind of, yes, what?
It's still in her. And I'll look straight over at Anna to make it obvious.
Yeah. And Anna kind of goes, looks at me, what do you mean? I feel fine. Don't worry. Fine.
Does she look like she was battered a bit in combat?
Yeah, she looks like she lost a fight.
How are her eyes looking?
Her eyes look fine.
I'm going to... Which one of you two is closest to me?
I don't know.
Anna's gets important.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I'm just thinking... I'm going to whisper to the two of you then, assuming you're right next to
Yeah,
us.
you don't.
I'm just going to go, I think for everyone's safety, we should knock her out.
Rook.
Yeah, if you're willing to go against Sam.
Rook is stood next to you when you, like he just has appeared.
I'm then going to look at Rook and
Rook.
if it takes her over while she's up.
No. Something, thing, and picks up like a rock, thing, in her, and then points at his head.
Oh, it's not someone, it's some, like it's left a
residue.
rock behind.
Thing.
The thing.
Do we need to do surgery?
Passenger.
Object or person?
Passenger. Keep saying it over and over.
Little legs.
Yes.
In a
Parasite.
brain. Yeah.
Surgery?
And he goes,
Exorcism.
Sam,
so Sam is
Have you-
paying more attention now that Rook is so.
have you ever assisted in surgery of someone's head?
What?
Well, every time I've worked on someone's head, they died.
I think that is probably a good thing right now, he says, looking past you as. Would you turn to look when he's looking?
Yeah.
Anna is like stood up, but kind of like limply. Like her head is kind of like drooped, her arms are kind of loose, and her eyes have gone black.
Rook, sorry to say this, mate, but I think we need to knock her out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pounce and
Sorry, bird pins.
try and pin her to the floor.
Okay, so roll a grapple check.
So what's a grapple?
So that'd be basically your athletics.
Athletics. That's 16.
Okay, 16. That beats her, so you are able to restrain her.
So
She is like foaming at the mouth, and it's this almost like black, like saliva almost.
How is she laying? Is she looking up at the ceiling, or is she looking to the side, or...?
Well, now she's being grappled.
Yeah.
So she's being held
Right.
So-
So where would the back of her head be?
to Rhi-Koo's chest.
Right. So in which case, I'm going to come to your shoulder with my rapier in my hand, and using the butt. Actually, no, I won't with the rapier, with the saber. Because I'm wielding that. I'm holding the butt of it, and I'm just going to clonk her on the back of the head.
Okay. Roll an attack. Use a normal weapon damage dice. Just treat it as bludgeoning instead of.
That'll be a dirty 20. And the non-lethal damage will be 7.
So she's not unconscious, but she's bloodied, and you can see like a cut on her forehead where you've hit her, and
I went for the back of her head though.
it's kind of difficult to get the angle. While like if there's a head here on someone's chest, like facing outwards, it's quite hard to get the back of their
It
head.
would have made the blade come quite close to his
Yeah,
face.
you want to go for the forehead, really.
Okay.
Because it's the only thing available to you, really. And again, cut appears and it bleeds black. After a few moments, she kind of looks up at. She kind of like her head is like stops being like limp, kind of bolts upright and stares directly at you. You're gonna have to stop doing that.
Thump again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
She spits at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out. Get some rope.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Do I get a dex save?
Go for a dex save.
Yeah, never mind. 6.
Constitution saving throw.
That dice is not being used. 19.
So as it's flying towards you, it lands just here and start like so it's a glob of spit and it starts to drip down towards your mouth, and quickly enough you can kind of like brush it away, but you get the sense that would have been bad if you hadn't.
Yeah, I'd like to thonk her again.
Okay.
Well, I'm shouting out. Someone get a rope. We can tie her.
I've got rope.
Yeah.
So yeah, So you can. Okay, that's fine. Roll a strength check to make sure you can keep her under control while you're binding
So
her.
he calls that, you grab your rope and I'll funk one.
Strength check is a 10.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, she's not doing any better than she did last time. So she basically she is now restrained. And she's kind of like thrashing against the ropes trying to get out. She is only a halfling, so she's small. She is not the strongest.
So I'll probably tie her hands behind her back, and then I'll put my foot on her hands, so it's keep her there.
Yeah. And in doing so, she's kind of like trying to wriggle out from underneath you and that kind of thing. And Rook comes over and looks down and is like, I liked her. It's like a child's voice that he has co-opted from when he was young. And he looks quite sad.
Can anybody help? Is there any...
Yeah.
I'm looking to the syndicate people as well.
Pyra kind of looks because she comes running over, obviously commotion. Looks down and is kind of like, this is insane. I mean, what can take over the body like this?
It's a parasite.
Yes, parasitic. That's the word. That's it.
Can I knock her out yet?
Try. Go.
17.
Yeah, sure. She's unconscious.
Yeah, that would have been another 12.
She's unconscious. At which point, Sam kind of, because he'd been keeping his distance,
Tie her up.
he comes closer and kind of looks down and goes, this is not ideal. We need to work out what the method of transmission is. And she tried to spit on you?
Yeah.
Perhaps it's saliva? We need to understand, because if we don't, there's no way we can
I'm going to
protect ourselves.
Do we have a male victim?
I'm going to kneel down next to her and start checking her arms and legs for any bites.
No bites.
No.
So that's what she was doing up there then?
Bruises all over, like she lost a fight.
So, do we have a
Can I
willing
do a
victim,
medicine
Duran?
check?
Yeah, I'll have a medicine check. What's that?
Just thinking if we've got a willing victim.
Unfortunately not.
11.
Okay. With 11, you are aware that there is no there is no wound that would
There's
dictate
no port of entry.
a port of entry. There's bruises and a few little scrapes, but
It has
nothing.
to be an orifice then.
Yeah, it's
What about
not.
our ears? Any damage around the ears?
So, none that you can see. There's nothing you can see on the ears that seem to be damaged. It looks like there's a it looks like there was an impact to the head. So like a bruise about here, so about the back side of the neck.
Fair enough. Well, I'm not going to check any other orifices. I'm going to guess the mouth or nose.
Or eye. Should go in the eye.
Maybe that's what she was spitting at. A bit bloody cheeky.
Can I do divine sense?
You can indeed. Tell me exactly what type of creature does divine sense search?
So you can sense anything affected by hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. So, you are distinctly aware that there's a demon in your presence. You're very aware of that.
Just the one demon.
Just a demon.
Not a
Coming
devil.
from...
So,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, half expected that one.
I thought he was a devil.
demon devil is the same on here. It's fiend. It checks for fiend.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
strictly speaking, the only difference is alignment.
I thought devils tended to be a bit prettier. But demons were just ugly.
Demons are chaotic, where devils are lawful.
So they probably just take care of their looks.
More organised generally. But yeah, that's all you can sense.
Is there like cloth around that we can try and gag her with so she can't spit in people's mouths? Or in
Yeah, you
people's
can
faces?
probably rip off a bit of cloth from somewhere, be it your own garments or something else.
Yeah.
There'd be enough cloth just around. There'd be bolts of cloth in the Thieves Guild because they frequently alter garments. So
Yeah, I'll take a piece and put it around and gag Anna.
okay. So we with that, she is gagged. She is bound. She starts to stir. She's been unconscious for a few moments, and she's thrashing wildly.
Sam, in the future, before we got kind of accidentally thrown back here, thanks, Malcador.
Malcador says.
Malcador
said, "Look, it wasn't my fault. It was that damned closet."
Yeah. Well, he'll get a slap too when we see him. But anyway, we were trying to stop the devil being... I believe they were trying to take its blood and do something with it. I'm wondering, and this is a very long shot, whether some of your blood, or if you know how to get hold of this Ica stuff, might react with her spit. If it's a form of transmission, will we see something happen? As in, is there a reason why it was coming for you specifically? It wanted you more than anything else, will it? It's a very long shot, I know, but I'm just trying to be clever.
He kind of looks at me. I think you are overestimating its goal. In terms of my understanding of the strict levels of power available to it in a single individual, I am one of the higher ones available in the city.
Well, that's what it seems to want.
It wants power, words, influence. It wants... For example, my particular method of speech is considered careful. I know a lot of words so that I may say precisely what I mean. Which begs the question, why do words matter? Because if it seeks words as power, then why are its words so powerful when they are not for us, for me? I choose words to avoid deceit. I choose words carefully.
But then if you get a wizard, words can be very powerful to a wizard.
True.
So,
It's true.
Are we missing a trick by not addressing the fact that we appear to be in a bubble with an edge?
What do you mean?
yeah, none of you lot seem to notice this. There's an edge to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. It's supposed to be the rest of the world outside there.
This is all how it's always been.
No.
Well,
The material plane is fractured across islands. That's how it works. You require a higher power to be able to travel between them.
Not sure. Not for us.
We can just normally travel from one city to another by just taking a walk.
We seem to be coming from the future and also a different plane where there's a bigger world.
Oh. What?
So how long have you said that you've been here?
I've been here 4 or 5 years.
And what about before that? Where were you?
Right, Avernus.
What?
And was that the same as here?
Well,
In that bubble?
Avernus is different. It's its own plane. It's the material plane has always been several small islands connected together by basically a string of almost tunnels, sort of. It's very strange. But the tunnels you can only access if you are of significant power, because you'd be ripped to shreds otherwise.
And when you move from one small island to another via your portals,
Yeah, there's portals, tunnels.
tunnels, okay, through your tunnels, how do the other places in this material plane, how do they seem to you? Are they very like this one, or are they all very different?
Well, the largest one is a forest. Oh God, I can't remember the name. I haven't been there in years. It's very far away. No, I can't remember. But there's a forest, a couple of acres. I mean,
Okay.
You say this has always been like that?
so how the material plane is.
So this is my chain of thought is such that if all of these small islands of material plane exist and you travel between them through tunnels when you have the skill and the ability to open the tunnels, what are the tunnels through? What do the tunnels go through?
The void.
Void. Okay. So there's no.
The material plane is positive and negative space. It is the balance of the two.
Okay.
It needs to have both to be the material plane. That's what it is.
And you've never ever seen anything like the black eyes and this, and felt anything like what you experienced today?
No.
Never seen a brain getting up,
No.
walking across
Just
on short legs. What I'm getting at is, if this is not of the material plane, then it must be of the void.
I mean, the void is part of the material plane, but yes, I understand what you're saying. Something specifically from the void is impossible. I mean, that's like that's beyond comprehension. That couldn't be.
Well, I'm attempting to comprehend it. Why do you believe it can't be?
It's like the planes are stacked. They're layers, right? And the gaps between those planes are dead space. There is nothing in them, like the void. And nothing can exist between the planes because you are either at a plane or at another plane. You are never between them.
Okay.
You can't be. Everyone who's ever been between the planes just instantly perishes. That's just how it works. You just can't live there.
What if something was in between the planes and in the void and didn't perish but was very, very damaged and needed to seek energy
I suppose it's
and
possible.
words and cognizance, or whatever you want to call it, in
I
order to
suppose it is.
reform itself?
It is possible that something were to live in. If something were to live out there, it would.
Become devoid.
Yes, it would lose its essence, wouldn't it? It would be formless,
Wordless.
wordless, thoughtless, nameless.
I'm trying to go back one more step here.
Sorry, I'm being a bit esoteric, but I think.
I don't know what that word means.
Okay.
But anyway,
Just stay with us.
I'm just thinking, when Malcador's bomb went off and blew everything,
Yeah.
Laquazet initially said to us, I think it was him, said, if that thing goes off near there, it could fracture time and space.
Uh-huh.
So Not only did it throw us back in time, did it fracture this plane all the way back to the beginning of its existence. And therefore,
meaning that...
the Quasit is all completely responsible for this, along with Malcador.
No, I'm not into apportioning blame, Magnus. You should know me better than that by now.
Yeah, but it's fun to make fun of it.
So, what you just said makes perfect sense, because what that could mean is that we, in our home place where we all met, that's a different time and place, and we have learnt, or something has been fixed so that our world doesn't resemble the way this world is.
None of us have got
structured.
any recollection of the world ever being like this.
No, I know, but we're not old enough.
What I'm thinking, and this is starting to really hurt my head, was it a case of the bomb went off, and what it actually did was fired through time to the beginning or wherever, actually blew up there, or the effect hit there, smashed the plane to pieces, and it just happened to be that we kind of got caught in its wake and dragged back a bit?
Yeah, I mean,
That we actually weren't pulled here by the explosion, but by the effect of the explosion. The force was what pushed us back, not the Big Bang. The Big Bang blew up the plane.
But if Sam doesn't remember this plane being anything other than what it is,
That's why I'm thinking it went back to the beginning.
knows Avernus, but Avernus is not like this plane. Avernus is just its own plane.
And seeing as the Quasit isn't round here at the moment, and the Quasit warned us not to do it, and then when it did it, I'm thinking this Quasit ain't all that we thought it was.
Well, he's an agent of Sam's.
Yeah, but I'm starting to think he's actually more, and maybe he was playing Sam.
So,
Metaphysics aside.
Sam kind of looks up and goes, I get the sense the me that orchestrated, if the me that is from the future that you knew, orchestrated you to travel back to ensure my ascension within the monarch ranks or whatever. Why would he choose a method so destructive if he knew that would happen?
That's the thing. I'm starting to wonder if it was you that gave the order to the Quasit, or if the Quasit just chose to do it. Like he was on another mission. Like he double-crossed you somehow or whatever. He was using you.
Maybe. But the one thing I would consider is if... Let's put it this way. I remember this plane being the way it is for the past 300 years, because of the 300 years I've been alive. Prior to that, I mean, I'll be honest, the oral tradition isn't great.
But surely if it had...
I'm not exactly going to phone up my father and ask him.
But why?
What's a phone?
Yeah, that's parlance I shouldn't have used. Maybe.
Have you not got a sending
to other planes other than here in Avernus?
How?
No, have you?
Oh, yes. Elemental planes. Been there before. That's good. That's what I said.
And they're all massive.
Planes.
Yeah. Nothing like.
The material plane is unique.
Is there anyone round here older than you?
Older than me? I should doubt it. If there is, I'd be very impressed.
I mean, I'm just thinking like an old elf or something.
No, unfortunately, most elves live in the forest.
Maybe
And
we
that's
should
a
go to
very,
the forest.
very long way away.
It is a very long way away.
Because I'm starting to think that this thing in the void, whatnot, has fracture in the plane effectively freed it? Was it trapped? And effectively the plane was its prison, and now the plane has been smashed, its prison's broken over, it don't know what's going on, and it is now causing absolute chaos. It may not even be that nasty, it may just be doing what it's doing to survive.
Anna has stopped writhing. And is looking straight at Magnus.
Oh dear.
And is like motioning to try and speak.
Am I along the right lines here? Can you nod?
I'll take out the gaggle.
So again, eyes are still black, no longer foaming at the mouth, seems to be calm.
I'll take the gag off but keep a hand on the shoulder.
It is not her voice that comes out.
Here he comes.
You are wrong. We lived beyond for all of what was not and all of what is. We deserve worlds and homes, for you are blessed to inherit them. We have no such home.
So why don't you just ask? I mean, let's face it, if you look around this room and you've looked in these people's minds, surely you must know most of us get on with everybody else. Kind of.
So, again, the voice is still not hers, and it seems to echo. It's almost like it's
Multiple voices.
It's a couple of voices layered over each other with a subtle difference in time. So it's almost like it echoes itself very quickly. And it's like someone's dialed up the reverb.
This is locutus of void, isn't it?
And it kind of the voice is almost like it's
You let us in.
How?
Time was our prison.
So what sent us back here is what freed you.
Yes.
And you call it a prison, but something is only a prison if you were forcibly put there. Why?
Correct.
So we put you there. I mean, you've obviously broken out and you seem, your voice comes across and your actions come across as rather aggressive and angry, but...
Were imprisoned beyond your perception. Creatures that you could not know.
Okay, so it wasn't us then.
kind of.
You could not know yourself if yourself has changed. Time is fickle.
Yeah. You're true there. Should see my grandma. Time was very fickle to her.
It kind of looks.
So why the aggression?
We are without time.
Okay.
We cannot negotiate. We do not have time.
Time for what?
Time for you.
and her eyes glaze over. It's still controlling her, but it's almost like it's doing something to her rather than actively speaking through her now.
Well, I'm not sure if it's one or two things. Either it or they are seeing us as lesser, unimportant things, or
Why would they?
it's just full of hate.
Or both of the above.
When you say full of hate, Anna kind of the voice sounds out again, but it's not from Anna's mouth. It's just almost like it's a wave of it entering your minds.
Hate. That is the word. We despise all that lives within time.
Then why don't you bugger off back outside time then?
Because we need it.
That don't make sense. You need something you hate.
No,
We do not hate time.
They hate us who have time.
But without us, time is nothing. It's just an endless void. Time is measured in things that happen. And if there's nothing round to do any happening, then time is nothing. In which case, that don't make sense.
I'm loving the Magnus logic.
Magnus is good at 2 and 2 plus equals 77. He's good at maths.
So she,
Anna.
yes, looks kind of direct, like she looks directly at Sam, and
You have what we need.
More time.
Power.
Power to jump everywhere.
Power to travel. We need more power.
Ah, I get it. You're weak. You're impotent. You're a pathetic little being. And now you're starting to do little things to try and attack people to make yourself the big head honcho. And you don't like it. You're surrounded by all of us.
We are more.
Really? Then why aren't you in charge already? Why haven't you wiped us all out already? Don't sound like more to me. Sounds more like a dream. Why don't you just clear off back where you came from and shut up?
it seems to reach into your mind and pulls out an example that Magnus would know. So I'm not sure that rock, paper, scissors isn't going to exist, but maybe it does. I think let's say it does. It says,
Scissors beats paper, but stone beats scissor.
And paper beats the stone, so what? If all three beat each other, then none of them exist.
Into a prison easily.
Right, so, hang on a minute.
So you
If you're saying you've broken out of a prison and you hate everything that has time, and time was your prison, effectively what you're now doing is challenging us to re-imprison you or just destroy you. Or am I getting this wrong?
We can't be destroyed.
Prison it is then.
I'm feeling like I'm in the wrong tabletop role-playing game right now, because all I can think is great old one. I'm a bit,
So
I think we'll perhaps all think a bit more clearly after a rest.
it says,
Yes, rest. Let me in.
Oh.
So, if we sleep, you have an easier chance of gaining more words, more power.
You can't fight if you are asleep.
Okay, guys, we rest. And someone guards.
But they're taking over minds.
Yeah.
So how do you guard against that?
How do we guard against you?
You can ask him.
Well, it's worth a try.
Sam, who can we ask?
who can we ask what?
For help, for understanding.
Beyond me.
Yeah, but who do you know that
Who
we
would
can ask?
you ask for help?
Who would I ask for help?
In fact, who are you already thinking of going to?
Yeah.
You've got to be formulating a plan if you're anything like the Sam we know.
I'm not,
Yeah.
is the point.
He keeps saying that.
Yeah, we know he's not.
I'm
But there's
not.
got to be a little bit of that Sam there, growing.
I'm not myself, that you know. I don't know what to do. I haven't lived it.
Yeah.
And I am sick and tired of people being hurt and dying for a cause that they have no idea what they are. They have no idea what they're fighting. There is nothing to know. This is unreasonable.
Well, we now know what we're fighting.
Do we? What do we know that we didn't before?
Nothing.
That these things come out of the void as little brain spiders.
Brain spiders.
Brain you think of a better name.
Anna kind of opens her mouth again to speak. And it is Anna's voice. They want everyone. Almost like their voice leaks in. They want slaves. And on that note, we're going to go to break.
Excellent, because there's a name on the tip of my tongue that I've got to.
So, thank you everybody for coming to part one. We'll be back soon. Be about 10 minutes. We'll be back.
I'm very
See you all
frustrated.
soon. Bye bye.